you guys want to go ahead, it's now 6:30. Base on your mat, lying on back. Placing a hand on the heart and one on the belly. Focusing in on the breath. On the inhales and the exhales. Feeling as the belly and the chest rise and fall, just like a wave. Letting it be soft and gentle, like a soft breeze. And then placing both of the hands on the heart. We'll set our intention for today's class. Might be something you're specifically working on. Or maybe you just let your practice be new, be fresh, be open to whatever comes, whatever appears. And releasing your intention, whatever way feels most natural. Reaching the arms behind you, toes in front, nice big body stretch. Next breath, bringing both of the knees in towards the chest, nice big hug. Finding a little bit of motion side to side, rolling out that back. Feeling as you slowly begin to release some of the tension of the day. And then finding stillness. We're going to keep the right knee hugged in. Left leg is going nice and long. Let that heel drop. Start finding circles with that right knee. Going one way. Going the opposite. Half of a happy baby if that feels right. Gently breathing into that right hip. Allowing the left hip to soften. Releasing that foot or leg, crossing the knee on over towards the left side. Keeping that right shoulder grounded down. The gentle weight of the left hand resting upon the right leg. Bring that right knee back to center. Left knee comes in to meet the right and roll on over towards the right side, little fetal position. So the knees are stacked upon each other. The head is resting upon that right arm as a little pillow. And gently allow that left arm to open just like a book. Breathing into the left shoulder. Taking deep and full breaths. Next breath, close it on up. Back into that fetal position on the right side. Let's roll to center. Left knee is hugged in, right leg is going nice and long. Let that heel drop. Start finding circles with this left knee, this left side, going one way, going the opposite way. Gently opening up into half of a happy baby. Relaxing the right hip. Relaxing the left hip. Gently releasing that foot or leg and crossing that knee on over towards the right side. Right hand gently resting upon the left leg. Keeping the left shoulder grounded. Gently bring that knee back up to center. Bring the right knee in to meet the left. Rolling onto the left side. Creating that little pillow with that left arm. The knees and the ankles stacked upon each other. And gently opening up that right arm just like a book. As the right shoulder eases onto the mat. Nice, big, deep, and full breaths. And gently rolling back to that left side. And coming back to center. Rolling forward and back along the spine. Making our way into our tabletop. Take your time to get there. Hands underneath the shoulders or slightly forward, knees underneath the hips. Before we start finding our cat-cows, I want us to find out some hip circles. So we're going to push the hips back towards the right corner. So it's kind of going towards that right leg, that back right corner of the mat. To center, to the left. And then bring yourself back into that tabletop. So we'll try that 2 more times. Let it be slow. Breathe through it as you push the hips one way and then the other. Last time before we reverse. And reversing the circle, so bringing the hips towards the back left corner. To center, right back corner. Back to center. 2 more times. Last circle. Find that stillness in your tabletop. We'll find 4 cat-cows, moving at your breath pace. Last cat-cow. Meeting on that neutral tabletop. Gently walking those hands forward. Allowing that heart to melt down, forehead resting down upon the mat. Breathing into the shoulders. If this is a little too much tension for the shoulders, bring the forearms down. Allow that head to rest, hips are reaching high. Opening up that back side of the heart. Gently lift ourselves back up. Coming back into that tabletop. Tuck the toes under. And slowly and patiently begin to lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Maybe even swaying the hips side to side if that feels right. Just a handful of breaths more. Slowly beginning to slow down, to ease in, to find stillness. Embracing the stillness after that movement. Noticing the beauty of both. The left foot is staying grounded down, right leg is reaching high. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Back into our three-legged dog. Reach that right heel up a little higher. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands, low runner's lunge. Shine that heart forward. Gently bring the hips back. Left knee drops down, untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down, framing the foot. Hips are going back. Right toes up towards the sky. Coming back into that right foot with the next breath. Left hand stays planted down. Right leg is stepping back into our grounded side plank. Right foot seals, right arm reaching high. Pushing those hips up a little higher towards the sky. Right arm might even come alongside that right ear if that feels right. Exhale, right hand down. Coming back to center, back into the tabletop. 2 cat-cows. We tuck the toes under. Begin lifting the hips up high, downward facing dog. Slowly settling. Noticing the right side. Noticing the left side. Toes are touching. Left leg is reaching high. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Back into your three-legged dog. Reach that left heel up a little higher. Exhale, take that step on through, low runner's lunge. Shining the heart forward. Gently bringing the hips back. Right knee drops down. Untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down, framing the foot. Bringing the hips back, left toes up towards the sky. Drag that left heel. Back into the left foot we go. Right hand stays planted down. Left foot is stepping back. Grounded side plank, pushing the hips high. The left fingers are reaching high. Breathe. Option of reaching that left arm alongside the left ear, if that feels better for the body. Gently bringing that left hand down, meeting in tabletop. We'll allow the knees to open, the toes will touch, sink the hips back. Child's pose. Either reaching the hands forward or allowing the hands to come to prayer, bending the elbows, thumbs going towards the nape of the neck to stretch out the shoulders just a little bit more if that feels right for tonight. If not, keep reaching those hands forward. And keep melting that heart towards the earth. Feeling the forehead heavy. Letting go of any tension, any tightness, just like a spring storm. We took the bind with the hands, allow the hands to come forward. We gently roll back forward, back into our tabletop. Tucking the toes under, begin lifting the hips up, downward facing dog. Big bend in the knees. Start walking those feet up towards the top of the mat. Take your time. Forward fold, top of the mat. There could still be that big bend in the knees as the belly rests upon the thighs. Relax the neck. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up high. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back. High plank. You can move through a vinyasa flow if that feels right for you. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Beginning to add on a little bit more. So the toes are touching, the left foot stays sealed down. The right leg is reaching high. Exhale, take that step between the hands, low runner's lunge. Bring the heart forward. Bring the hips slightly back. Left knee drops down. Untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Hips are going back, right toes up towards the sky. Back into that right foot. Left hand stays planted down. Right foot is stepping back. Side plank. Keeping the left knee grounded down. We're going to begin to engage that outer right glute and lift the right leg up. Bring it down. Lift it up. Bring it down. You might even notice that left glute becoming engaged. That's good. Bring it up and down. 4 more. Down. 3. Down. 2. 1. I want you to hold it, hold it, hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 1. Gently bring that foot down. Right hand comes down. Extend the left leg, high plank. Knees come down, hips go back. Child's pose. Trying this closed-kneed child's pose. If you try this and this is not for you, please adjust your child's pose as needed. Maybe you explore a new path today. Something a little different, something a little refreshing maybe. 2 more breaths. Rolling back forward. Tabletop. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing. Toes will touch. Left leg rising. Stepping the foot in between the hands. Low runner's lunge. Shine the heart. Bring the hips back. Right knee drops down. Untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Hips are going back, left toes up towards the sky. Gently going back into that left foot. Right hand stays planted down, left leg is stepping back. Engaging that outer left glute. Lifting and dropping. Lifting and dropping. Lifting and dropping. 3 more. 2. 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 1. Gently bring it down. Left hand comes down. High plank. Knees tap down. Sinking the hips back. Child's pose. So I've been watching and seeing a lot of things about how our life nowadays, since we're sitting so much, we get lazy butt. So it's important to be able to bring some awareness and kind of wake the bum up a bit. So we are waking the bum up tonight, engaging those glutes during some of our poses, energizing the body once more. 2 more breaths here. Rolling back forward, tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing. Bend the knees. Gently make your way top of the mat. Maybe you notice a difference in the bend in the knees. We still allow that neck to relax. Maybe you allow your head to kind of move side to side, like if you're saying no or yes. Find stillness. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Arms can stay up by the ears, they can come down to the heart. Breathe. Exhale, fold. Come up halfway. Plant the hands, step it on back. Move through whatever feels right for your body tonight. We meet in our downward facing. Left foot stays grounded. Right leg is reaching high. Exhale, take that step through, low runner's lunge. Heart forward, hips slightly back. This time, we're keeping that left leg lifted and reaching those arms up high. Exhale, open warrior two. Bend in the right knee, left foot seals down. Flipping the right palm to the sky, let's exalt. Left hand down, right arm up. Reaching those right fingers. Keeping the bend in the right knee. Next breath, side angle, right arm, right leg. Left arm reaching up and over. Opening up the heart. Breathe. Now listen up. I want you to bring the left hand down inside of that right foot. Bring the right hand down as well. Now we walk the hands towards the left long side of the mat. The hips are pushing back as the fingers are reaching the sideways, right? You might see here I kind of changed angles. So reaching those fingers as the hips are pushing back, breathe. Breathe for 4. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Start walking those hands in. Now walk them towards that left foot. Start bending the left knee, right toes are coming up, Skandasana. You can keep the hands down, or maybe they come up to the heart. Breathe. So the hands are up, gently bring them back down. We'll slowly walk the hands towards that right foot. Start bending that right knee. Right hand is coming in front of that right foot. Left leg is going to become light. I'm going to move back a little bit. And then that left leg will lift up as you stack the hips, opening up in your half moon. So the option of staying here, the left hand can even come to the left hip instead of reaching up high if that feels better for the body. But we're going to have the option of bringing that left foot towards the left side and then coming back. This is optional, doesn't have to happen. You might even try it once and go, whoop, that's not for me, and that's okay. If it is for you, we'll do it twice more. Back, over, and back. Left hand is gently coming down towards the mat. Shift the hips, standing split, just for a sec. Exhale, left foot coming down next to the right. Now I don't want you to wiggle out. I want you to notice both of the sides. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Hands are coming alongside the body in your mountain pose. Notice the right side. Notice the left side. So we're not shaking off any discomfort like usual. We're just noticing it. What is it telling us? What is it letting us know? Now shaking out that right leg if that feels right for you. And coming back into mountain, just for 2 more breaths. Good, we reach the arms up high. Exhale, sit into your chair. Are we noticing any differences in our chair after activating that right leg? After that work that right leg has done for us? What's happening? Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant the hands, step it on back. Moving through a vinyasa if that feels right. We'll meet in child's pose. Just being patient and kind with the body. Being patient and kind with the breath. Just like the weather and the seasons, we learn with patience the beauty that blossoms. Know that beauty is within you, and that you can always access it. Gently rolling back into your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. Left leg is reaching high. Exhale, take that step on through. Shine the heart. Bring the hips back. Nice and strong with the feet, sturdy and stable. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, open warrior 2. Keeping a soft and kind gaze over those left fingers. Flip the left palm to the sky. Exalt, right hand down, left arm up. Reach those left fingers. Keep a bend in the left knee. Side angle with that next breath. Open up that heart ever so slightly. Feel the lengthening of the right side body. Gently bringing the right hand down inside of the left foot. Bring the left hand down. Walking the hands to the right side, long side of the mat. Reach those fingers as the hips are pushing back the opposite way. Stay nice and low, keeping that bend in the left knee. Don't let it go. Breathe. For 4. For 3. For 2. Start walking those hands towards the center of the body, back towards the body, bending that right knee, walking those hands towards that right foot. Left toes are coming up, Skandasana. The hands might come to the heart, floating from the ground, or they can stay grounded. Being kind and understanding with each side. Recognizing its beauty for where it's at. Start walking those hands. Bring the hands down if they're up. And start walking the hands towards that left foot. Left hand is coming in front of that left foot. Start shimming that weight into that left leg. Lift the right. Half moon. Flexing the right toes. You can stay here. If you want a little strength, a little booty waker upper, bring those right toes to the right side. See if you can keep it the same level too. That makes it extra juicy, extra hot. Bring it back to center. To the right. Back. Last time to the right. Hold it 3, hold it 2. Ooh, hold it 1, bring it back. We all bring that right hand down. Shift the hips. Standing split. Bring that right foot next to the left. Planting it ever so softly. Come up halfway and fold. Up to standing, reach up high. Hands come to the heart. Arms relaxing alongside the body in your mountain pose. Taking this time to notice the left side, to notice the right side. And becoming aware of the middle. If you need to shake out the left leg, please do so now. And then come back into that mountain pose. Embracing stillness. Becoming aware of your intention once more. What are we holding in the body? What are we holding in the heart? Let's reach those arms up high. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it on back. Moving through a flow, if that feels right. Meeting in child's pose once more. This child's pose might look different than any of the ones before. Reaching the arms back for the feet. Maybe the hands come to prayer, bending at the elbows. Another option that sometimes feels nice, when having the knees nice and wide, you can let the hands kind of come right underneath. It's not going to look attractive. But the forehead comes down as you're interlacing those hands back towards the back of the room. Sometimes it just feels really nice. Sometimes you're like, this is not working for me, and that's okay. Well, that's another option that you can maybe explore. I feel like sometimes it helps the front of the shoulders, just sometimes. Patiently exploring though. Being here for 3 more breaths. Unwinding from whatever variation you took. And rolling back forward into your tabletop. Right hand is staying planted down. Left arm is reaching high. Breathing into the left side body, all the way down the low back. Reach a little higher. Exhale, threading that left arm underneath the right. Left side of the head is coming down as that right hand reaches forward. Option of shifting the weight into the left knee and extending the right leg back. So the leg is extended back, bring it back in. Guiding the right hand closer to the face and thread that arm reach up high. Exhale, left hand down. Left hand stays planted down. Right arm is reaching high. Reach, reach, reach. Breathing into that right side body. Down that right low back. A little higher we reach. Exhale, threading that arm underneath the left. The right side of the head comes down. Left hand reaching forward. Option of shifting the weight to the right knee and extending the left leg back. Two more breaths here. The leg is extended back, bring it back in. Gently guide the left hand next to the face or close to the face. Push into the left hand under that right arm, reach it up high. Exhale, right hand down. Start walking those hands forward. And gently guide the hips down. Supported up dog. Gaze might even move up towards the ceiling or can stay straight on. Feeling the stretch in the front of the body, the front of the abs. Exhale, gently rolling down onto the belly. Coming onto the left ear. You can even create a pillow with the hands if that feels right. Bending the right knee. Flexing the foot up towards the ceiling. Drop that right leg back down. The toes are tucked under. And lift the leg from the mat. So you're pushing that leg back towards the back of the room. Now let the thigh drop back down. Bend the knee. You can stay here. Bringing the forehead down to the mat. Or you can reach for that right foot with the right hand. Gently release the foot or the ankle. Allow the leg to relax. Come onto the right ear now. Tuck the left toes under. Push that foot towards the back of the room. The leg lifts. Gently guide that thigh back down, bend the knee, bring the gaze back to center, the forehead resting on the pillow of the hands. Flex the left foot. Option of grabbing onto that foot or ankle. A few soft and kind breaths here. Gently releasing the foot or the ankle. Just taking a moment to pause, to notice the two sides. Now coming back into the hands, so the hands are coming underneath the shoulders. Let's lift back up into our tabletop. Adjust as needed. Right leg is extending back. Bring the knee to the nose. Extend it back. Knee to the nose. Extend it back. Knee to the nose. Bring the shin down and adjust the shin as needed. We're coming down into our pigeon. So the left leg is just gonna relax on back and adjust. Keeping the heart open just for a few. Might even come up onto the fingertips. Feel as that left hip is coming forward and down. And as that right hip is pulling back towards the back of the room. Gently melting on down. And when you're ready. There's an option of a twist here if you're still wanting some twisting action. So you would come up onto the hands. And the left arm is threading underneath the right, coming onto the left side of the head. Just like so. You can even bring that right arm back behind you, reaching for those right toes. Sometimes we lose the integrity of the posture by doing this. So if you feel like if you're going a little too left-sided, just back up, okay? And you might try it and feel like it's not for you. And of course, always back out. Find the position that feels right. To spend a few breaths here. Gently begin to unthread if you threaded. And come back into the hands. We're rolling onto that right outer hip. Seated tree. Spine is nice and long. And see if maybe you can allow this movement to be fluid as you gently fold over that left leg. It can take a little bit of time. That's okay. And see what feels right for your body to gently melt over towards the opposite side. Gently lift the torso up. We bring the hands. Let's see. Yes, I wanted to make sure I'm facing the same way. We bring the hands forward, rolling into that right knee, left foot seals. Step the left foot back. I know we're off the mat, but the knee should still be on the mat. We're just gonna knee to nose. Extend it back. Knee to nose. Extend it back. Knee to nose. Allowing that left knee to come down as the right leg goes on back. Now, if this does not work for you, if maybe you're somewhere off the mat, which you might be, and your knees just don't feel happy this way, go ahead and adjust so you're back on your mat, whether you're facing the front or the back of the room. And then you'll gently come into the hands, opening the heart, building that basis, that foundation, just like the opposite side. So that left hip is pulling back. The right hip is pulling forward and gently feeling like it's rounding down towards the earth. Slowly melting into the left leg as you soften. If you want to thread on this side, you'll come into the hands. Right hand is threading underneath the left. Coming onto that right side of the head. Option of the left arm coming back behind the body, reaching for those left toes. Gently unthreading. Coming back into the hands. Roll onto that left outer hip. Guide that right leg forward and up. Left foot is tucking in. Gently soften over that right leg. We'll lift the torso back up. Extend that left leg to meet the right. Just yourself back towards the center, towards the front of the mat. Wiggle out the sides. Spine is nice and long. Find stillness. Reach those hands forward, tuck the chin in just a hair. Start rolling down onto your back. Nice and slowly. And then extending out, taking up space. And bringing the knees into the chest. Big hug. Any final movements that your body's needing or craving, please add them here. If you're ready to get a head start into Shavasana, feel free to find that stillness. If you're exploring, we'll be exploring for maybe a minute or two before we all make our way. Getting out those final movements of the body if you're exploring. And slowly and patiently begin lengthening out, taking up space on your mat. As you embrace stillness, as you embrace peace in this final resting pose in Shavasana. Back of the head is heavy, the shoulders, the hips, the legs. Let yourself feel grounded and safe. In our next few breaths together, as we embrace this stillness, this peace. Slowly and gently bringing awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Feeling as each breath becomes deeper and fuller. Allowing yourself to lengthen long. And then bringing the knees into the chest for a nice big hug. Rolling to your favorite side as you take a moment to pause. To remember your intention. And gently making your way up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft.
We bring the hands to the heart. And as we bow our head in gratitude, grateful for this day, for this breath, for this beautiful life that we're given. Thank you to both of you for sharing your practice with me. The light, the love, and the spirit in me humbly bows to the light, the love, and spirit in both of you. Namaste.